I'm currently stuck between two locks here on the Shropshire.
He's stuck again.
Still stuck, and I can hear the prop is hitting the bottom sometimes. We've come back to Serenissima for the summer to find much of the canal network closed.
For the second year in a row, it hasn't rained enough and the canals are running out of water.
Join us this week as we ask if the life we sold our house for still works.
We're Rick and Adam, the floating nomads.
Living aboard our narrowboat Serenissima and slow travelling the rest of the world.
Join us on board and abroad.
Hello.
Hello.
We are back in the UK, but things aren't going to plan.
Absolutely not. So this summer we had decided to come back to the boat and go and see Chester by boat, because we really like going there. It's on this very canal that we're on now. A few days cruise away. Would have been really nice just to go up there, see the city, show you the city, and then have a leisurely cruise back.
But water levels have said otherwise.
Yeah.
So the whole network is suffering from this very hot summer that the UK is having. I think this is our fifth heat wave.
Fifth
now.
major heat wave. Tomorrow is going to be 35 degrees again.
Yeah, and it's obvious the canal levels are down. Even on our home canal, the Staffordshire and Worcestershire, which usually is fine, we are seeing about 4 or 5 inches to where the normal level is. However, we aren't the worst affected.
Yeah, the first thing that happens when there is a low water situation is that the Canal and River Trust start to close the locks. We're lucky that we've got quite a big stretch where there is only one stop lock.
But it does mean that it's not going to be a summer of exploration. So realistically, what that's meant for us is we have had around 1.5 to 2 weeks of being back in the UK, back on board, but just going up and down the same stretch of canal.
Once again, ricocheting.
Still not the right word, to get water and to empty our toilet. And then once we've done that, we turn around and we head back on the same canal. We basically cannot risk being stuck because, as you know, we don't just do canals, we go broad quite a lot as well. So we do need to get the boat back to its mooring quite often. And it has meant that our summer plans have changed. We have reduced our time here in the summer in the UK to just over 2.5 weeks, down from what we were planning to be 7.
So summer, August, is supposed to be the time when it is best to live on a boat. The days are really nice and warm, you can sit outside, nature is in full bloom, it's beautiful.
And we're determined to make the most of it for the short time that we're here. Not a bad view to wake up to, is it?
It's lovely here.
It's 8 AM and mornings are my favourite time. they're not Rick's favourite time.
No.
He's been forced to get out of bed just to have a coffee on the towpath.
That's not true. I'm normally up by this time. I'm just not up any earlier than this.
Okay, today's plan, we are going to have such a leisurely day, cruising to yet another place in the middle of nowhere. So from the middle of nowhere to the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
No hardship on this canal at this point because there aren't any locks to do.
No, the boat is full of water. We got rid of our rubbish yesterday. We have food. It's all good.
And I've been promised some lasagna tonight as well, homemade.
Homemade, but it is quite warm, and that means we've got to put the oven on in a very warm boat later on. So yeah, it's not nailed on, and that's happening yet.
Thing about summer, especially in summer, is everything seems to get a bit more dusty. So it's a daily routine just to clean the solar panels so we can get the best of the power, because it's been really good. We haven't had to run the engine for power for, well, ages, days. It's all been coming through these two solar panels and obviously the portable solar panel which chops up that Affery battery. So that's one brilliant thing about narrowboating in the summer. But I've remembered. Rick,
Yes, I have got some cream on.
look what I found. You know what that means.
Summer.
It's summer. It's time for blue flag to go instead of the red flag.
So,
Do
for
you want
new
to do
viewers of
it?
the channel, both this flag and the one on the boat are the flag of Venice. The blue version is for boats. So boats that were in the Venetian Republic out at sea would fly this one, and this one was for land. So we should really have this one on.
But yeah, it has kind of become tradition for us because it's a bit more colourful and summery colours. Well, I think so anyway. We tend to fly the blue one in summer and the red one in the winter months.
It's not a proper flagpole, it's a garden cane with two Jubilee clips on it.
And as you've just seen on screen, thank you so much to the friends of the Nomads.
Thank you.
And of course the Nomads Club, who are getting extra content, including this week we take our canopy in for repair.
Because remember what happened to the canopy? Adam left it up and went under a bridge, and I'm never going to let him forget that.
Thankfully, it was a huge success, this repair, and we just want to say thank you so much to Kinvert Canopies. They were exceptional.
Yeah, they stopped me asking for a brand new one, which would have cost about £4,000, and repaired it for £130.
If you want to see that and our trip into Birmingham to get a special piece of equipment, which we may well be using right now, then do scan this QR code or click the join button below. Beat a stretch of canal where there's not much work to do.
Yeah, there's no locks on this bit. Quite a lot of it is in the shade as well, which is very good today because it's really, really hot.
And we're together on the boat. Normally he's off working the locks and yeah. So we're just poodling along, going through Brewood and out the other side into the countryside again. always the way that there's no traffic. And then just when there's a little stretch between two bridges, you meet someone that wants to come through. So let's hold back and let them through. Okay.
Thanks a lot.
All right. So you think, seeing as we're passing through Brewood, we should stop in Brewood because it's an ice lolly type day.
Oh yeah, I could do an ice cream right now.
I haven't had an ice lolly for absolutely ages.
Fine by me. If there's a mooring, we're going to take that as a sign that we're going to go into the village and buy an ice cream. There was a space,
Only
just the right
one.
size.
Yeah, right, into Brewood. It's very dark down here, but it isn't once you get up onto the bridge. And I know we've said it before, but this is one of the absolute best things about travelling on a canal, is you just pop into these villages and do your shops and frequent the pubs quite a few times, and then pop out again into the countryside. It's such a slow-paced and really nice way of living. Good?
Very good. Very small. Do you remember how big they were when we were little? Look how small it is.
Yeah, it is tiny. Get back to the boat. Get into the countryside. Isn't that just the most idyllic village scene
Perfect English village.
as you come out of Brewood? And as if by magic, do you want a heron thrown in with that as well?
Always a heron. Ready for a bit of shade now. It's quite hot.
The tiny bit now, we're going under a bridge. Here it comes.
Oh, that's nice.
Needs to do with her life. Surely Wayne's going to get extradited from Panama any day now anyway. He can come back. Who will take over? She's going to leave all her recipes. All she does is, like you said, sea bass, gammon, pies.
Who fancies himself in the kitchen, Brian?
I can't tell you how hot it is on board.
Well, outside right now, it is 33 degrees, and I think in here it's even hotter because the sun is on the walls of the boat. Like that's. We're in a big metal tube.
The idea of lasagna has...
No, I've put my foot down. Like, the minute we put this oven on, the temperature of the boat will go up probably by another 5 degrees. I'm not doing that
when we
at all.
actually bought the ingredients for lasagna, it was last week and it wasn't as hot as this, and it's one of our favourite things to do, have a nice baked lasagna, but it's not going to be. So we're having
a niçoise salad.
much more fitting for the weather today.
Yes, exactly. Going to save the ends of these green beans for the ducks. I know ducks really like peas. Maybe they like beans as well.
We can try.
Yeah.
Anything
keep
to
them.
entice the cute little duck.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's still not hot.
Yeah, we're just going to keep away. But it's 2 hobs on, but they need probably 15 minutes and they need 8. Okay. So, no, probably 5.
It's a bit of a special evening, and I'm glad to say it will involve getting off the boat because it's roasting on the boat. And it's all to do with the thing that's making it really hot. Today's a partial solar eclipse happening this evening around 6 p.m. So hopefully we can see it.
Yeah, we mustn't look at it.
No.
No, that's the thing. We haven't got the glasses. No one's got the glasses, apparently, because they're all sold out everywhere. So we don't quite know how we're going to look. I'm going to try and make a pinhole camera. We'll see what happens.
I did think we've moored in such a stupid place because the sun sets in the west and the trees are to our west here. So we can't probably see the sun setting. But I've been told that might be a good thing because the dappled light through the trees will be able to see the silhouette of the sun.
I mean, it's 7 p.m. when the totality bit, as much as we get it here, is 7 p.m. So that's not sunset. That's 2 hours before sunset. Okay. So it'll still be quite high.
We'll see what happens. We're going to go onto the roof of the boat and see what we can see in a couple of hours' time. I've seen some ducks coming. Let's try them with some beans. Don't know why I whistle at them like dog. Come on. I get the feeling I am just throwing them into the canal. They're not that bothered. But I get the feeling they're not that bothered about any food, which is unusual for ducks. They usually crowd around the window.
Cheers.
Certainly dehydrated.
It's a robin.
Oh, seen a lot of wildlife today. I think I even caught a butterfly. Yes,
Caught one.
Caught on film.
Oh, okay.
It's been a pretty perfect summer's day. Typical day aboard in the summer on a narrowboat. The highs of just beauty and nature, the lows of it being absolutely roasting.
Yes.
But we cope. So we've got about half an hour to go until the solar
Till the solar
eclipse. It's been a long day. I'm currently stuck between 2 locks here on the Shropshire. But it's fine. It sounds worse than it is. in reality, all you have to do is let some more water from the lock over there, which Rick's doing now. So it's going to let some water flow through from the upper pound, which is actually a massive pound. It's part of the canal, I wouldn't call it a pound, which will fill this, and I bet in about 3 minutes time I'll be floating again and I'll be able to go that way and into the lock.
So I've just run up to the lock above that empty pound to check how full this pound is, and as you can see, it's not too bad. So if you look at the weir over there, yeah, okay, the water isn't going over it, but it's nowhere near as low as that pound. So what I'm doing is open the paddle here, send some water into the lock, and the 2 paddles are open there, so that water should flow through and get Adam off the bottom of the canal in there.
So Rick at the moment has probably only just put a lock's worth of water back into this pound, but it always surprises me just how much difference that makes. It is a huge amount of water, and we're back afloat now and we're going at a steady pace now to the lock. So it looks like I may have spoken too soon. It's still stuck, and I can hear the prop is hitting the bottom sometimes, which is not a nice sound. So realistically, all we had to do was top up a pound.
Yeah, I went up a lock and sent some water down to the pound that was empty. But you can only do that if there is enough water in the system in the first place, and if the locks are open.
Yeah, because you're not magically getting water from nowhere. You are basically stealing it from another pound, which could affect other boaters. So it's okay to do that sometimes.
Well, you have to check.
You do have to check. And when the whole system is really suffering low water, then it really does become an issue.
Yeah, those locks probably are, I'm not checked, but possibly it's quite possible that those locks are not even open right now. They'll be chained up, so you wouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah, well, we can't get to Chester because there is closure, and that was on the way to Chester. It's a sad situation. I don't know. We're really questioning Narrowboat life.
It's the fact that it's happened 2 years in a row. We were very clear when we moved on board and realised that we could spend half our time off the boat abroad, that the summers would be the time when we can be on the boat and enjoy it and make the most of it. And 2 years in a row, that's sort of been taken away from us.
And both times has been a bit of a shock, but it won't be a shock if it happens again next year.
Yeah.
It's just becoming the way it is. In winter, there's the planned winter closures, so we can't get to certain places. In summer now, with low water, we don't really want to stray far from our mooring.
Yeah, I was reading today that the Oxford Canal, which we would quite like to go on, is now closed until October. To put that in context, that opens in October, and then the winter closures start in November. So it gives you a month to use the network properly, and that's happening all over the country.
And it's so sad because it's such a lovely, as you've seen today, it's such a lovely way to live and to spend holidays.
Yeah.
It gives so much pleasure to so many people, this canal. Not just this canal, but the canal network.
So, the question for us is this really sustainable long term? If this continues to happen, it really threatens our way of life. And that's just, it threatens the boating way of life. For everybody that lives on a boat, this is a massive issue.
I guess the upside, as you know, we travel a lot, is that we can get away from it and spend time abroad. It might just be that we have to look at boating in spring and autumn.
Yeah.
Rather than thinking we've got all summer.
These days, you get droughts in May.
Yeah.
Like, there's just no guarantees anymore. It's climate change. It's just that the whole thing has a big question mark on it.
It does. And we can't answer the question.
No, we can't.
We can't answer the question. All we've got to do is focus on the positives, and as I said, today has been one of the best days for me aboard.
Make the most of what we can do when we can do it.
Yeah. And it's not over yet, is it? Because that sun is about to disappear.
Behind that tree, which is quite annoying.
Are you getting your pinhole camera out? It's going to do some stuff with cardboard.
Possibly a colander. Okay, well I need... Oh, we've got a skewer, okay. This could come out the bin, look. There's some food on it.
Well, yes. It's the only cardboard I could find.
This is just a test to see whether it will work.
Yeah. I mean, let's be fair, it's not very cinematic, is it?
Well, if you point the camera at it, though, it'll ruin the camera. And it's a new camera, so let's not do that.
No, that is true. I'm not going to look straight at it, promise. We don't have the glasses. We'll see if it makes everything eerie. It's meant to.
It started.
It's a colander. Can you see it?
It's starting. There's definitely like a bit missing out of the hole, isn't there now?
Expecting long shadows, for it to all go quiet, and nature just stops, and for it to have this eerie silver light. We are 20 minutes away from the most it's going to get for us here, which is only 91% of total. But it's definitely getting.
It's very
definitely
quiet.
getting darker.
It's definitely very quiet as well.
It's Buddha on the boat. And I hope you can see the difference now. 5 minutes to go, and it has definitely got darker, hasn't it?
Down here.
I very rarely stand on the boat. I quite like it. Yeah, it's
eerie.
It is eerie. I like it. Very good. Oh, nice pose. Is it yielding results?
Yes, look.
Wow.
Still.
And it's definitely a different light to
Yeah.
sunset. It's sharp. It's not faded.
Yeah, well, the sky's still blue over that side.
Yeah, but the light on these
Yeah, it's strong.
bushes,
It's strong. Where it's
but
coming
it's
through,
dimmer.
it's strong.
Yeah, it's amazing. So this is it. This is as much as we're going to get, and it's definitely eerie. It's beautiful in its way, isn't it?
I think it's scary. I always worry that the sun won't come back again, and then we'll all die.
Perfect end to a perfect summer's day on a narrowboat.
And quite unusual with this going on.
Be a shame to give this up, really, wouldn't it?
Next week, we're going somewhere with 562 people, its own laws, no cars, and no way off it if the sea gets rough. It might be the strangest island we've ever been to.